Hello, class. So today I'm going to attempt to give you a short overview of some resources that are out there for you to look at how to properly cite and document your sources when you are writing a paper in MLA style. In your textbook on page 698, it defines for us when we need to document a source. So when the information you use is not common knowledge, and there's a really good discussion about that on this page and some of the pages following. Anytime you quote some material from another source or paraphrase it or summarize a passage or refer to a passage, you must document the source. Also, anytime you use a downloaded image from the web, you need to document that source. We are using MLA 8th edition rather than 7th, and that's going to become important because some of the citation helps out there you will find are still using MLA 7th edition. What is MLA? People ask that. Well, it simply stands for Modern Language Association. So it's an international organization that attempts to help scholars in the humanities write properly, document properly, have a standardized format so that all of our work looks the same and is easy to navigate. Please note your textbook pages about MLA citations and writing styles is not updated to the 7th edition. So use the first 4 or 5 pages in that MLA section to introduce you to some ideas, but when it gets into the places where they give you models and examples, don't do that. The best overall explanation and introduction to the MLA 8th edition I found is a video overview from a place called Germana Community College Tutoring Services. And here's the YouTube link to that. I suggest that you go through that because it has an overview of the whole process. And it's about 20 minutes long, but it's well worth your time. Another place you can look for help is the library right here at Front Range Community College. There are several Word files and videos that the librarians have put together, especially in regard to how to use in-text citations and works cited list. So here's the URL to get you to that page. Here's what that page looks like once you actually get to the citation assistance. So these are Word documents that will help you take a look at how things should look. And then there's some great videos down here by librarian Jeff Wall that you should look at some of them. If you really need a good introduction to how to document inside your text, these parenthetical citation ones are good. This EBSCO article citations is a good one to review how to cite something from a library database. Book citations shows you how to find information and place it in the proper order. Let's see, web page citations, how do you cite a web page, especially an article, which is usually what we're looking at for you guys in your research. And then this is an interesting one about cleaning up URLs in your citations. If whenever you go into it and you try to copy and paste it and it doesn't come out right, he's got some tips there. So I would suggest looking at those. Writer's Help, since you've already purchased it, is another good resource. So once you have it open, you should search in the bar for MLA papers, then pick the subcategory you want to know about, and I would suggest looking at in-text citations and your works cited list. And then once you're in one of those, then look for the type of citation that you want to know how to document. So here's what it would look like once you're signed in and you have already searched for MLA papers. Then you get these and other options down here. But I decided to go ahead and take a look at the works cited list. So once I got onto that, then it gives me more options. And I picked how to cite websites and parts of websites, because that's what you're going to be using the most. But if you notice, it's going to show you how to do multimedia sources, um, authors, personal communication, social media. There's a lot of stuff here. So over here then, it's going to show me different ones that are on websites, and I can look at the entire website itself. But if you have a particular article like Is Smart Making Us Dumb, we would cite that as a short work from a website with an author. So anyway, these are the things that will help you. You might have to do a little bit of playing around with this, but the nice thing about it, oops, what happened here? Let me go back. Let me hang on a minute. And where was I? We were down here. Okay, let's go past that then. The nice thing about this is that once you open up one of those windows, for example, a short work from a website, it gives you a couple of different ways in which to look at the material. So one of them is called Citation at a Glance, and this gives you an example of what a web page might look like in an article, shows you what information you need from it, and then it shows you down here how to put it into your citation for the Works Cited page. Another one that it helps with is, it's called Show Me. I like this one because it gives you a model and it's just all in text. So author's name first, title of short work, title of website. Remember, if you have a publisher that's different from the title of the website, you would put the publisher here. The date, the URL. And also, what they're not saying here is that Purdue OWL suggests that if you're going to use a source from the website, that you write accessed and then you write the date that you accessed it at the end. And actually, I think we could go back. Let me see what happens. Let me go back to this one, the one right before. If you look at the citation at a glance, it's going to show us at the bottom here that they wrote the access date. So frankly, I think it's a little iffy. You could go either way with it. The MLA handbook itself does not really give you a hard and fast rule about that. But if it's helpful to you to write the date you accessed it and you think it might be helpful to your reader, then go ahead. I don't care either way. You make the call on this one. That's the beauty of this new 8th edition. They're giving you less rules and regulations, believe it or not. The next source that we're going to look at is the Purdue OWL Online Writing Lab. And basically they have a really good MLA style guide, and here's your link to it. This guide is easily searched and contains help for every phase and writing of the 8th edition. Oh, sorry, that's a typo. Should be 8th edition. So here's what it looks like once you pull it up from that URL that I gave you. And you'll notice that down here in the center, it sort of looks like writer's help. It gives you all your text. On the left is the search tool. But what's nice about it is that right away they give you all the different places that you can go to look for things, like right off the bat. It's listed here. So for example, electronic sources are right here, books are right here. But it's a good idea for you to go ahead and read through this first part about how to use the 8th edition. I highly recommend this source because everything is right there. And it's so well indexed and easy to find things, and they have really good models. So finally, I just want to leave you with this thought that the reason that we cite sources and that we have to give credit where credit is due is because in academic writing, integrity is really important.